Hey y'all, it's Mahogany coming to you with another video about my dreads. So if you have not already, please be sure to go through and subscribe to my channel. Also, you guys, make sure that you like, comment, and share. And I'm just gonna jump right into it. So today I'm going to be talking about the different head wraps on your hair and how um it helps. The head wraps, they definitely help. Certain ones in particular do certain things. They kind of avoid, certain things. And then I'm also going to be getting into a few tips on how to avoid from your dreads going flat, because it's very common when you're in your beginning stages. And I'm just going to kind of, get into ways to avoid from that happening if that's not what you're going for. So, for starters, I'm going to talk about the different wraps that you can put on your hair at night before you go to bed. I know we don't really think about it that much, laying down or, taking naps or, just watching TV. The effects that, certain pillowcases or certain things that you lay on, how it can, really go through and make a difference with just the overall appearance of your hair. But I'm here to tell you that, you can definitely help with the look of your hair just by getting like a satin wrap, a satin cap, purchasing a pillowcase, a silk pillowcase. It's very common for us to go through and have the cotton pillowcases. It's just a common thing, guys. And you don't really think about it like that, but once you go through and you notice, that your hair is, either A, starting to break, or, B, you're starting to get those fuzz balls in your hair and stuff like that. You kind of think like, dang, what what's causing this? And I'm here to tell you that it is your the cotton pillowcases that we tend to sleep on at night. So just small little minor things like that really go a long way. There's the different hair stores, they sell, of course, the satin caps, the silk wraps, or the pillowcases. I know some of them around in my area sell the pillowcases. But if you go through and you ask the people that work at the stores, they should be able to either point you in a direction or just be like, hey, no, we don't have them. But if not, then your local Walmart or a CVS or a Walgreens or something like that, they might be able, or they might go through and they actually could have the pillowcases there for you to be able to lay down on to avoid from the breakage in the cotton balls. And we also don't think about, once we go through and we get done washing our hair or wetting our hair or whatever, the towels that we use that can also cause the cotton balls to appear, or like the little fuzz balls to appear in our hair once we get done drying our hair. So try to stay away from the white towels or like the off colored towels, like the oranges or greens or something like that when you're drying your hair, because those things tend to go through and cause the lint fuzz balls in your hair as well. So it's always good to think about think about these things when it comes down to the daily maintenance of your hair or just your hair overall. So just kind of keep that in mind. But you definitely want to make sure that when you're laying down, or if you're taking a nap or watching TV or whatever the case may be, or you just resting or whatever, that you have some type of silk and because it helps a lot. And also when you're drying your hair again, if you're gonna dry your hair with a towel, make sure like it's a towel that matches the color of your hair, because that goes a long way as well. So always try to keep that in mind when you're drying your hair and when you're laying down on your hair, to keep those things nearby, because like I said, it goes a very long way. And also silk is really good for you to just sleep on in general. It's if you get the pillowcase, it's good for your skin. I know that's a little off topic, but it's better for you to lay on that silk versus the cotton on your skin. It helps, just the friction and things like that. So if you go that route with the pillowcase, sometimes I understand, when we're going to bed at night, we might throw our head wrap somewhere and it might slip up under the bed, or you just might forget where you put it. And so now you're looking for it and you're like, oh my goodness, where is it? So the pillowcase is sometimes a better go-to because it's just there, you can't really misplace it. So, yeah, definitely. So that's one tip. And then another tip I want to get into is ways to avoid from your hair going flat. If you have the bigger dreads, and we all know when you have bigger dreads that, especially in the beginning of your journey, like your dreads are really hollow in the middle, like they're not fully formed. So it's easier for your hair to go flat when you have the bigger dreads in the beginning stages. So ways to avoid from your hair going flat is, going through again and making sure that your hair is fully dry before you go to bed. Um, it definitely goes a long way. It kind of sounds repetitive at this point, but I can't stress it enough how, you know, it avoids from your hair going flat if you make sure that your hair is dry, and it avoids from, possibly you growing mold in your hair. And I can't say it enough, and I can't stress it enough how, mold is it can happen, so you don't want that to happen. So just make sure that your hair is fully dry before you go to bed at night, because we don't want mold or anything extra growing in our hair besides healthy hair. So yeah, but also it helps a lot when you go through. I know sometimes we really want to put those oils in our hair. The oils, they help if you have dry scalp, but the oils aren't always a good thing to go to, depending on how you do it. Now, if you want to go through and put the oils in your hair, you go through and get like a spray bottle or something, and you damp your hair just to open up your hair, open up your pores, and then you go through and apply the oil to your hair, and let it sit on there a little bit and massage it in, or whatever the case may be, just to kind of make sure it's fully through your hair. You can do that, and then you go through right after and rinse those oils out of your hair, because it's not good to let oils sit in your hair. It's not good. It's just, oil is not meant to sit in your hair. Oil is good to condition the scalp and to, you know, alleviate the dead cells, or like the dead skin, dead dandruff. Is there to help, keep those things from your scalp. So, the only thing that is really good and that I would recommend for you to go through and to keep in your hair, if you want to go through and make sure that your hair is moist, is grease. And like I said, you guys, my go-to grease is the Sulfur 8. The Sulfur 8, the medicated, it comes in a yellow bottle. So that is always a good go to after you go through and wash your hair, or if you just want to keep your hair healthy and keep your scalp conditioned. It's a good grease, you guys. So invest in it. It's kind of pricey, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. It don't smell good. It's not a good smelling grease, but it definitely works, and it helps a lot. Um, So, that's another thing as well. Those oils and things like that could cause more damage than good. You think, oh, just because it's oil, it's gonna, make my hair shiny and you know, healthy and, all those good things that we would expect for oils to do to our hair. But in the end of the day, it'll truly and seriously dry your hair out more if you keep those oils in your hair. They're not meant to stay in your hair. They're meant to, you know, sit on your scalp and then rinse it out. And it takes, like I said, the dead particles, dead skin, or dandruff out of your hair once you wash it out. But the grease most definitely is something that you can put on your hair, especially the sulfurate grease. And it also tells you on the bottle that it's good to use that sulfurate grease at least 3 to 4 times a day. It sounds, like a lot, but it just really depends on what type of hair you have. And I noticed that with me greasing my hair on a daily basis, my hair eats grease up like crazy. So I am constantly having to go through, some days in the morning, grease my hair before I go out. And then, when I get home or whatever, I'll go through and put more grease on my hair because my hair has just like sucked all the grease up. So I try not to put the grease on my hair so much at night before I go to bed because it ends up on my face and I don't like that. I have oily skin already, so having that grease on my skin and stuff at night, it's not a good combination. So I mean, if you want to go through and put the grease on your hair at night before you go to bed, hey, go for it. But me, I can't really I I can't really do that because I tend to sweat a lot too. That's besides the point. But grease is really good for you to go through and put on your hair at least 2 to 3 times a day, and you can leave it in there. You don't have to really worry about washing it out as much as the oils. So just kind of keep that in mind moving forward. Because like I said, less product is better. So that is considered a product, those oils, and it can weigh your hair down. It could do more damage than good. So if you're gonna put the oils in your hair, like I said, you can go through with a spray bottle, mix your hair with some water, just to open up your pores, open up, your hair cells, and then apply the oil to your scalp. My favorite oil is the peppermint oil. I just like the way it makes my scalp feel. It makes it feel like it's actually working. And if you notice too, well, it smells good too. I like the way it smells. I like the minty smell for whatever reason, but you can definitely feel the peppermint oil work a little better than the lavender oil. The lavender oil is good. It smells great as well. That's another one that smells amazing. And cedarwood oil. But it's not good to go through and get those oils and directly put it in your hair. It's best if you go through and you dilute it down with like a coconut oil or something of that nature. So, if you do go through and you want to put some type of and make sure that the oil is warm. So if you go through and you get the oil, you want to go through and put it in some type of coconut oil, put like a few drops of it in there. Get like another bowl. You could put it on the stove or you could put it in a microwave for a few minutes. But you go through and just get like some water, you put in a bowl, and then you want to get like either your coconut oil or whatever essential oil that you prefer, mix it up in a cup or whatever the case may be, place it in that hot water, let it get warm. like down to like a liquid, and then go through and apply it to your hair, and put like a shower cap over your hair, or whatever type of plastic, just to keep that moisture in. It helps too sometimes if you go through and you take your shower and you leave the shower cap on your hair for a little bit while you're in the tub, and then take it off and then just wash that stuff out. You want to go through and make sure that you're washing that stuff completely out of your hair, because like I said, it'll do way more damage than good if you leave the oils in your hair for a long period of time. So something to think about, you guys. I know, we go through and we see all these different things, and what might work for one person might not work for you. But ultimately we all want to have nice, healthy, shiny, luscious looking hair. And I'm just telling you that from my experience, you know, the grease really it helps me a lot. So look into it. And hopefully this helped you in some type of way. And please, y'all, please, 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 again, be sure to go through and subscribe. Be sure to comment. Be sure to share. And when you leave your comments, you guys, like I said, I want to hear, if what I'm telling you, if it's helping, if it's, if you have something that you would like for me to talk about, touch bases on. Cause I want to hear some type of feedback from you all. Please. And y'all have a good one, and be sure to like my video again and subscribe, you guys. So y'all have a good one, and I will see you next time.